Well, things play out the way that many expect. This could be the week that free breakfast and free lunch for kids across the state becomes reality for Minnesota students. The debate will hit the Senate floor Tuesday morning on its way to likely being signed into law by Governor Walz.
But as Fox 9's Leah Bino shows us, there's still plenty of debate, mostly along party lines, over the ripple effect on every K through 12 family in the state.
Like to keep them hot.
5:30 a.m. Kitchen staff at Bloomington Jefferson High School arrived to start preparing breakfast for the day.
Here's our chocolate cherry donuts.
By 7:15, hungry kids begin picking through the day's options.
We serve about 170 kids.
Of that, 19% of students here receive free or reduced price meals. That's the lowest in this district compared to the roughly 50% of students eating for free or at a discount across all of Bloomington public schools.
Off the top, I love the idea of feeding all kids nutritious, healthy meals. They learn better, they do better.
But Principal Jason Anderson shares a lesson learned during the pandemic. When meals were free for all students nationwide, fewer parents filled out the forms for free and reduced school lunches, many not realizing the impacts paperwork has on funding sources.
Food insecurity. Forms are a terrible way of collecting the data. They don't come in. We miss somewhere around 18% of students that we know would qualify.
As the bill passed through the Senate Finance hearing last week, former teacher, Senator Heather Gustafson, points out currently statewide more than 274,000 or 30% of students at Minnesota's public, charter, and private schools are receiving free or reduced school meals. The proposed program aims to require all schools and districts participate in the National School Lunch Program, so federal dollars can be used before the roughly $200 million state dollars budgeted annually from 2024 through 2027. Currently, Wayzata is the only district not participating in the national program.
Trying to figure out if this is a wise move in the big picture of education to fund lunches for those that could pay for it themselves.
We can go back to all of the great math strategies and reading programs that we could invest in, and that's all worthwhile too. But none of those things are going to matter if a student comes to school hungry. They just aren't going to be able to focus on any of that.
Republican critics question portion sizes, especially for student athletes, funding running out in years to come, and the fact that Minnesota has an anti-lunch shaming law, which Senator Pratt points out he helped work on, and in his view already provides meals to any Minnesota kid who needs one.
If the laws aren't working right, we should be looking at ways to get better compliance with the law.
According to the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, if the state Senate passes the bill as they hope, Minnesota could be the third state in the country to provide free meals to all students.
We've seen in states like Maine and Colorado that they've said, you know what, we're going to make meals free for all kids across the state because they don't want this want access to nutritious foods to really be dependent on whether we're in a pandemic or not.
In the meantime, Anderson waits to learn how his overall school meal funding recipe might change.
Feeding lunch, it seems like a simple thing, but there are lots of things connected to it for sure.
Thank you.
Leah Bino,
Need your vitamin C.
Fox 9.